Welcome to the championship game in the Monterey Bay League. Which division is this?
This is the Gavilan.
This is the Gavilan division. I'm Royal Calkins, editor of the Monterey Herald, and we're a co-sponsor of this game along with the camera crew, which is from the Media Center for Art, Education, and Technology, which is an operation of the Monterey County Office of Education and Millennium Charter School. And joining us today as the other announcer is Joel McCowan, who is the coach at Harbor High School, which played earlier in the day. Joel also significantly coaches many of the Soquel players in the summer leagues. Up against each other for the championship today are Soquel and Salinas High School. Soquel has been the dominant team in the league for, well, about at least 18 years now. They went, I believe they went undefeated for 17 years in league.
Yeah, through Marcelo's whole tenure up until the championship last year versus Carmel.
And then they lost one league game this year to Carmel.
Correct.
And twice this year they've beaten Salinas pretty handily. I don't remember the exact scores, but it was something along the lines
of it's quite a battle with
20 to 10.
Quite a battle with Salinas and Carmel in the semifinal game here. I don't know if you heard the results for that, but double overtime sudden death victory by the Salinas High team here.
Yeah, it was a huge disappointment for Carmel and a huge victory for Salinas. You'll probably realize during the game that I'm a Salinas partisan, but okay. I'll be balanced out here by Joel, who's a Soquel partisan.
I'm just a fan of the sport in general, so.
And we're going to try kind of an experiment here today. Since I'm pretty familiar with the Salinas team, I'm going to do the play-by-play pretty much when Salinas has the ball, and he's going to take over for when Soquel has the ball. We'll see how that goes. It's kind of an unusual way to do it. There's a good reason for it, but it's complicated, so I won't bother telling you. Salinas is led this year by their top scorer is Nathaniel Hunsdorfer, who's a junior. He's the younger brother of previous Salinas star Chris Hunsdorfer, and his older sister Joanne was a star for the girls team. Their other leading scorer is Jackson Thompson, who's a senior, and Nick Clark, who's a sophomore, quite a strong player. He's their sprinter. In the Carmel game the other day, there were 7 sprints because there were 3 overtime periods, so he won all 7 of his sprints. Tell us about the Soquel team.
So Soquel features 2 of the top players in CCS, and Jack Ricard and Max Sample, and they are both part of the starting lineup of the Stanford Water Polo Club JO National Champions this summer. So they had quite a club summer this summer together and are bringing that experience to their high school team.
Both juniors, aren't they?
Correct.
I got a kick out of it. I think it was 2 years ago when Soquel had 3 Maxes on the team.
Yeah.
One of the Maxes, Max Shell, is now starting at Berkeley.
Correct, yeah, and I've had the opportunity to play Masters against that guy a few times, and he's quite a handful to guard.
Yep. I had the misfortune of trying to guard Brian Morton, former Salinas star, when he was playing whole set, and I was pretending to play whole set defender, and it was just kind of a laugher. But
yeah, and kind of an interesting story of the Soquel team, that up-and-comer that's kind of become a star for them as of late is their goalie, Sam, who is a local standout in basketball. He started winning the MVP of Santa Cruz as a sophomore and decided to come out for water polo last year as a junior. This year they lost their goalkeeper and had to make a switch, and so basketball star turned water polo star, here he is in the cage for the championship game.
What's his last name?
Sam? That's a good question. He's so new to the squad that I'm not actually familiar.
I'm looking forward to here on the score sheet. I'm going to find it, I promise. Sam Walters, I think.
That sounds like it, yeah.
You know, when I'm used to water polo players kind of just playing water polo, when I see a water polo player playing basketball, it always kind of seems striking. It doesn't quite work for me.
Yeah, well, traditionally you love to have them doing swimming, obviously, but to me those are 2 of the closest sports out there. Water polo is not something that too many people are familiar with it. I always kind of equate it to the game of basketball, that you got your center who faces away from the basket or the cage. You got your perimeter players that are driving, taking outside shots. You do some similar picks and stuff like that. You got to read the transition game. That sometimes kids that understand that game well can can translate mentally, at least, anyways.
Nat Hunsdorfer, one of the stars for the Salinas team, I mentioned his older brother Chris. He was also a strong basketball player for Salinas High. And Palma a couple years ago, there another goalie played. The favorite today's got to be Soquel. I mean, the 2 games. I think the scores against Salinas were something like 20-10 and 18-8. I was asking Claire Linney, the Salinas coach, earlier. What strategy you take when you're the underdog? And she says, well, they've learned some things about them. They watched some films, and they've got a few theories. A couple of the players were missing the first time out. There's been a lot of teams this year have been sort of hampered by academic ineligibilities and other problems.
It's an unfortunate reality of it all.
The Carmel team, when they lost to Salinas Thursday night, they were using their JV goalie, and unfortunately he was sort of the victim of the game ended when the Carmel goalie kind of bobbled the ball and the ball drifted into his net. An experienced goalie was telling me that there's in just about every pool there's a drift. It's sort of almost like a tide that takes the ball one way or the other.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see even a bit of the surface conditions moving here.
And he was definitely in the Salinas pool, the Hartnell pool. The drift was definitely going against him. The ball would actually move, like 3 or 4 inches in a second.
Yeah, and I mean, you see with the little bit of the breeze we have going today, we'll see if that affects some of the counterattack passes. Sometimes those have to be put in a pretty specific window that a little wind can kill it between a goal and not a goal,
Mm-hmm.
But to me, the number one thing for Salinas is going to be stopping number 7, Jack Picard. He is a super strong lefty that shoots it well from the outside and can post up and has big hole set moves as well. That he's a pretty tough guy to deal with one-on-one. That he's one that kind of requires some team defense from you and some strategies of how to help towards him.
The strongest guy, the strongest shooter for Salinas is Nat Hunsdorfer. I was a little surprised in the Carmel game. They kept setting him up in the hole. That's the hole set, which is similar to like the post player in basketball. And they were kind of kept forcing the ball into him, and Carmel would constantly just slough, send a couple of people in to help his defender and steal on the ball. I thought they stuck with that strategy way too long. Sometimes, often when you're not making any progress there, you go to a different kind of game, more of a driving game or outside shooting.
And so something to key on as well, just watching these Soquel guys, will be number 2 here. You got Max Sample closest to us and Jack Picard. They play a whole lot of ball together out in the offseason as well, like I said, playing for Stanford Club. So they have a lot of tricks up their sleeve on how to do things together, and as the 2 fastest guys on the team, that can be a pretty deadly combo.
So who's sprinting for Soquel?
This will be Max Sample.
Up against Nick Clark, the sophomore. Oh, Nick lost it to Sample.
So there we go,
Quick
the connection
break.
of the 2 right away.
Could be a quick score here. It's an ejection against Chad Primo. He's out for, is it 25 seconds?
20.
20 seconds. There's a 30-second shot clock and a 20-second ejection. They're passing it around. Trying to get the goalie out of position.
And Aiden Howard on the goal off a pass by Jack Picard.
Perfectly executed.
Again, that's some of the the defense he demands over there as a shooter can free up his teammates pretty easily there.
Zach Way is a strong goalie, but he could have never had a chance in that one. So they got Chad Primo playing ball back.
Got Aiden Howard in there at hole D.
They're sending Hunsdorfer into the hole. Like I said, sort of like the post player, the Shaq O'Neal. I can't tell.
Oh, good strong shot.
I still can't tell who that was.
You got to be careful bringing the ball up the middle here.
The skip shot was by Nick Clark.
Cole Dudley with the ball here.
I suspect by that shot from Nick that they're not gonna play the strong hole set. They're gonna try to do some outside shooting this time.
Yeah, I mean, even though Sam seems like he's been doing a great job in there, he's still new to the position, so that's definitely something you'd look to attack on.
Nice steal by Kenny Ellis. He gets a foul. Salinas ball down to Hunsdorfer. front of the goal, but kind of out of position.
Oh.
Nice steal by Soquel. Into the set. Here comes a shot.
Ivan Silva puts
Beautiful.
away a big one.
Beautiful shot. Quick 2-0 lead for Soquel.
And I've watched Ivan Silva come up over the years since he was a little freshman, and to see how good he's become with his legs, man, is the biggest difference in his game. He can really get up there, and that's tough to defend.
The Soquel team generally plays at a higher level than the rest of the Central Coast teams. They play more at the Bay Area level. There's a pretty strong divide between San Jose, San Francisco, East Bay, and this area. This area is doing better every year in polo, but still can't quite compete with the.
Yeah, I think that's still. Oh, great shot out of set there, even with some help.
Beautiful shot by Nat Hunsdorfer. Really showed some strength there because he had plenty of people on him.
Yeah, so Kel brought some extra help there and still wasn't enough.
Nat's a kind of a tall, gangly kid, but he's quite strong.
Yeah, well, length never hurt anybody in the sport of water polo, that's for sure.
The Hungarians that won the last gold medal, they averaged 6'4". They're starting 7.
Yeah, and some of those wingspans were even a little further than that.
and they also averaged about 240 pounds. It's become a big man sport at the highest levels. You got to be quick and strong.
Yeah, that's just it. It's a balance. It requires both of it from you.
Nice defense.
Oh, we
there
got a
by
lead
Salinas.
here if he gets it out on the break.
Ken Ellis is a strong shooter. If he doesn't panic, he should have a good chance to go here. Another skip shot. Ties it up 2-2 with 4:36 left. I thought for a minute it was going to be a quick Soquel route, but Salinas is showing some real scrappiness.
Yeah, well, that's another key for Salinas is just keeping Soquel contained. These guys can score goals in bunches, so you want to try and limit that momentum and keep the flow of the game how you want it.
There's a real wrestling match going on in the whole set.
A lot of drops on top.
Getting kind of clogged up in the middle. Ooh, beautiful shot by.
That's Carl Boothman.
Skipped under the arms of Zach Way. I think it's going to be a pretty strong offensive game.
Yeah, it could be a lot of goals in this one.
Just looking at them from in the water, where all you can see at their heads, the Soquel guys look a little bigger than Salinas. I'm not really sure though.
Yeah, that's one thing that young Aiden Howard does in there in whole set. You know, you see him battling with a big guy, and he just uses his body pretty well. He's not necessarily the biggest guy, but smart, strong as a little ox in there, and just plays with his mind.
There's an ejection on.
Looks like number 15 there.
Nick Clark is out for.
That's drawn by Max Sample, working on the counterattack.
I didn't see what he did, but he's probably swam over his back or.
Yeah, Max kind of got inside of him a little bit, and he, made a play from his back. And if the offensive player has that advantage, you're going to be gone.
Oh, Salinas had the ball, but they let it drift out of bounds. They were a little too slow and in taking up the repositioning after the turnover. We need some help, guys.
Yeah. Good block by the keep there.
Nice stop. Zach Way bounced. There's a strange rule in water polo. If a defending player other than the goalie, if there's a pass and the defender knocks it out of bounds, the defense gets the ball. It's the opposite of basketball, so it's a little confusing for the fans. An elbow by the Soquel player results in a turnover.
Cole Dudley's a guy that plays a very physical style of game, and that can help him or hurt him a little bit sometimes too.
I don't think so.
Oh, good shot, narrow miss.
Who's that shot? Oh, nice shot by Coleman Stewart. Just got the post.
Got a lot of people in the middle there, clearing it out.
Too many people in the middle because because they can all get their hands up and stop the shot. Unlike the goalie, they can't use two hands though.
Good team defense there. Good help.
It's illegal for a field player to use two hands, and if you try to block a shot with two hands, that can be a penalty shot.
Good helping defense there, Max Sample.
Nice steal by Soquel. I've seen too many games today, and I'm confusing the teams, so I apologize to both our viewers. I'm surprised that wasn't a kick out. It was a little aggressive by Ellis. Comes a goal. No.
Oh, good shot, good block.
Nice block by Zach Way.
Look at that big pump fake, and he didn't bite on it.
Nice steal by Salinas. Zach's a senior, been their goalie for...
They just created a little 3-on-2 here.
Zach's been the goalie for about 3 years. He's got his sights set on playing some college ball.
His teammate there. Oh.
Nice steal by Soquel. Back and forth. The score is 3-2 Soquel. About a minute 30 left in the game. Left in the quarter. Good defense by Coleman Stewart. Coleman's dad was a great goalie for UOP years ago.
UOP is having quite a season right now. They're
number 1 ranked.
Yeah, first time in school history.
I watched them beat Cal a few weeks ago.
Oh, good shot, Cole Dudley, high corner.
It was tipped. Salinas player tipped it, but not enough. Puts Soquel up 4-2 with a little over a minute left. Both these teams will advance to the CCS. In the upper division league, 3 teams go on. In the lower division league, the Salinas girls were the winner of the lower division in the girls played. And only 1 team goes on there. Palma also will be going on.
Got an offensive and set there. Just coming a little too out of water with the elbows.
Soquel lots of time to toss the ball around. Shot clock's down to 12 seconds.
Oh, not even looking.
Nice steal. I haven't mentioned our sponsors in a while. Our sponsors for today are the Otter Bay Water Polo Club and the Legacy Water Polo Club, 2 fine water polo organizations on the Monterey Peninsula to offer water polo opportunities for just about all ages and all levels. One of our refs today, Gary Figueroa, is one of the founders of Otter Bay.
And he used to be quite a water polo player himself.
Yeah, Gary was an Olympian, star national team. Yeah, Salinas just missed a great opportunity there with an open goal.
But got the ball back here for a penalty shot, so
I can't see.
A little pressure on the new goalie here.
It's sort of like a penalty shot, And,
bobbles it.
He bobbled the ball, losing the opportunity. This rule there is
the old fundamentals they always say, don't pick it up on top because it might slip out.
The rule there is the offensive player has to make the shot right away. You can't pause, can't fake it. You got to be kind of one motion. And that was a horrible blown opportunity there. As Joel says, they do, coach kids, pick up the ball from the bottom, not from the top. Don't try to grip it. You want to try to balance it. That's the end of the quarter. So we'll be right back after this break in a few moments. Welcome back to our featured presentation. Media Center for Art, Education, and Technology in Monterey Herald, presenting the championship game of the NBL. I always forget the Gavilan Division. The Gavilan Division, the upper division, featuring underdog Salinas against powerhouse Soquel at the beautiful downtown Carmel.
Yeah, great facility they have here.
We're up and up. It's 4-2 Soquel in the start of the second quarter.
Oh, narrow edge on the sprint there by Salinas.
Nick won the sprint. I'm pretty friendly with the Clark family, so you'll hear a little partisanship slip in my voice from time to time. I try to keep it out, but if Salinas goes ahead at any point, I'll probably do a little whooping.
Yeah, hard to get that skip shot through traffic sometimes.
Skip shot by Kenny Ellis. Scored a beautiful skip shot the other day against Carmel, but that one just didn't have the legs.
Look for the counterattack.
Counterattack by Soquel. Here comes a penalty shot.
Got a penalty shot.
5-meter penalty shot where it's one on the goal.
Yeah, so that's that combo to look out for. Jack getting that and demanding it as a lefty and then feeding it to his righty over there with Max Sample. It's not the first time they've done that one.
But makes it 5-2 Soquel. The goalie was kind of leaning. He was sliding over to his left, trying to suggest to the shooter that he go left, and so Zach would dive left, but it didn't work out. The shot was just too strong and quick. So Salinas back on the attack. Nick Clark kind of faking getting fouled. There's an opportunity. That could be a kick out.
Got the ejection.
So Soquel, the man down.
On the ejection.
So there's 6 Salinas offensive players and 5 Soquel defensive players. They got
tipped out.
Poor choice of shots by young Nick Clark.
Pushing that counterattack again.
He shot too quickly there. He didn't really have a good opportunity. Pass too far.
On the pass. Counter back the other way. Good outlet pass.
It's one of the Meinberg twins, I believe. I would expect a kick out, but no. I'm not sure why that wasn't. Jackson Thompson with the ball.
So it's a crucial 6-on-5. Salinas is definitely going to want to convert this one.
Kenny Ellis with the ball. No, I guess he is a lefty.
Oh, can't set it to a guy on a 6-on-5.
It didn't work out again. Salinas is
it looks like Sam touched it to the goal line, turns the ball back over.
Salinas gets the ball back.
You got to bring it all the way over to the edge there, though.
Some of the Salinas players a little slow getting back onto offense.
Nice full shot clock in their favor, though.
As it looks, it's a little tiring to go back and forth in the pool for an hour. Salinas
doesn't see him.
Salinas is having great
outlet pass.
Great trouble taking advantage again.
All kinds of help defense on that.
Nice steal. Salinas moved around a little too slowly. Soquel's on the attack. It's a 2-on-1 situation. This is an automatic.
Well, it's good spacing there by Ivan Silva, leading that counter and then pulling that defender out of the way to leave Max on his own.
Salinas doing a little substituting, trying to keep fresh. Chad Primo back in the game, and Coleman Stewart back in the game. 6-2, fairly formidable lead by Soquel. About 4 minutes left in the first half.
Drive on the ejection
and
here.
Another ejection.
It's like Aiden Howard.
Carmel gets another opportunity. Nick Clark with the ball. Probably should have taken that shot.
Great legs to get up for it. Just barely missed.
It was a great pass into Hunsdorfer, try to get up for just sort of a tip into the goal, but just a little bit of a bobble and strong defense.
So bringing Aiden Howard back in here, we'll want to watch that. I think that was his second ejection, as happens to hold D's.
There's on regular fouling, there's unlimited fouling essentially, but
great block.
2 hands, but they didn't see it. But if you get ejected, the third time you get ejected from the game for a major foul, you're out for the rest of the game. Some players really kind of specialize in the movements needed to get the other player ejected. The Salinas player took his eye, kind of took his eye off the ball and had his pocket picked.
Oh, and we got a little Soquel celebrity walking on deck over here with Marcelo coming to watch the boys.
Marcelo, is it Otis?
Marcelo Adas, yeah,
Adas.
the former Soquel coach, and a lot of that level with which you talk about, you see Soquel playing. That's the legacy he's left, and he still works with a lot of these kids in the off season at the Waxham Club, and fundamentals and legs is something that he drills on and really gets the kids passionate about.
He's a great coach.
Great coach and a great guy. Really cares about the kids.
It's been a while. It's Brazilian, right?
Correct.
Now, is it true that the first few years he coached at Soquel, he was living in his car?
I wouldn't believe it. Marcelo's definitely, his own individual guy and has come up the ranks in the coaching over here. He came straight from Brazil on his own,
That's the
working odd jobs and taking volunteer coaching positions at UCLA and things like that. Just a student of the game for sure.
The folklore does have it that his first couple of years there, he was living on a stipend or was a volunteer, and that he was living in his car, didn't have a home. Now,
I can't speak for sure, but it makes the stories all that nicer, huh?
Now he has shelter and a family.
Yep, great family. He's got some daughters that are playing in their championship game today.
I understand that was a part of the motivation for him to step down from the coaching the varsity, was so he could spend more time coaching or watching the daughters.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it. He's got a daughter that's a senior and a daughter that are freshmen, and they're promising upcoming players. So I think he just wants to be there as much as he can for his girls.
Well, tell me about the current coach. Is it Trevor?
Trevor Wiens and Russell Simpkins. And so you see some of that great positional hold defense that Aiden Howard plays there. That's something that's definitely passed down by Russell there. You see the guy rocking the stash over there. He's a former star of Marcelo's and went on to be the captain at UCLA, and even had a few games against him over in Australia. And he's quite a player, knows the game really well, and the kids really hone into the respect that he built for himself as a player. And Trevor actually works with our Sharks coaching group too. He's got a young little son that's an up-and-comer, and not the easiest thing to just walk in and fill in for Marcelo, but the kids really seem to be responding, and as I talk to them outside of it, they really enjoy playing for him, and seems to be working.
He came over from Willow Glen, I think.
I think that's correct, yeah.
In San Jose area. But that'd be, had been a rumor for a while that Gary Figueroa here might take the Soquel job, but I think because he was living part of the time he lives in Santa Cruz County.
Yeah, we see him around down there, and I know he's doing the girls at Cal State Monterey Bay, so I think he enjoys doing that as well.
Claire Linney, the Salinas coach, is his assistant at Cal State Monterey Bay.
Oh, very cool. Our girls coach at Harbor was one of his players, so it was kind of funny watching him having to ref one of his own players' games. It was kind of interesting.
So Cal, with the man-up situation.
Oh, good field block.
Beautiful stop. That's one of those times where when the defense knocks it out, they get to keep the ball. It's the theory again being reward the defense. Good counterattack. Hunsdorfer's got an opportunity. Here's a tough shot, though, because there's
a lot of defense. Oh.
Over the goal. That's harder than it looks, actually, when you got somebody riding on your back and you're facing the goalie. Like, when do you stop? When do you shoot?
Yeah, that goalie becomes an extra defender in front of you. That space gets pretty limited, and you got people all over you, and your options aren't too many.
Soquel's working around. Boy, they get up high out of the water. When you see them like just up to their waist out of the water, they're not pushing out the bottom. That's just their legs. That's just their kick propelling up like that. And it's not easy.
Yeah, that's certainly not something that comes overnight. That takes a lot of hard work to develop those.
They use a kick called the egg beater because it looks like an egg beater. Another turnover, Soquel with the ball, 6-2, minute 30 left in the half. Can't tell if Soquel's quite trying to run the clock down, but maybe. Nice lob.
Good block.
Zach Wade does a good job. Sleaze gets back with 1:10 left. They'd like to end the half on a high note, of course.
He did a good job of getting back to the goal line on that one. You try and meet it early at its highest point, it's going to be too high for you, but as it dipped down towards the cage right at the goal line, that's where you got a chance for it. Great pass.
Oh, beautiful pass.
Great pass.
That was Coleman Stewart on the pass to Nate Hunsdorfer for a tip in. Lovely. Beautifully done. I mentioned Coleman earlier. His father's used to be the goalie at UOP. He still plays the Masters ball. A lot of family connections in water polo. It tends to run in families even more so than most other sports, except maybe basketball. A lot of father-son coaching teams and brothers and sisters playing, and the whole family plays.
Driver's coming, ball in. Aiden Howard. Oh, just bars it out.
Nice defense by Salinas.
Still chasing the goalie.
Goalie dishes it away.
Salinas looks to push it here. They could have some numbers.
There's 22 seconds left on the shot clock. 27 seconds left in the half.
Good help, crashing defense by Jack Card.
Nice steal by Soquel. 19 seconds in the half. 6-3. Great scoring up here. Almost automatic scoring opportunity for Soquel here.
Good finish.
7
on those legs.
Makes it 7-3 Soquel. How many? What's the scoring like for Soquel? You're probably not keeping score, are you?
I don't have that.
No.
I know we got a couple for Max. I think that's Aiden's first. Remember Cole Dudley putting one to the high corner?
I can't recall anybody for Salinas other than Hunsdorfer scoring, so he might have all 3. 4 seconds on the clock. 3, 2. Marks the end of the half. So we're going to take another break, stretch our legs, and come back and see you in a few minutes. Soquel with a nice lead, 7-3 over Salinas. The scoring in the first half for Salinas, we had 1 goal from Kenny Ellis and 2 from Nat Hunsdorfer. For Soquel, very balanced scoring, actually more balanced than usual. We got 2 for Max Sample, 2 for what's Mr. Howard's first name? Aiden Howard here. Silva, 1 goal for Silva, 1 for Boofman, and 1 for Dudley.
I didn't see it happen.
Often at the half, you see changes in strategies.
Yeah, I think for Salinas, they're bringing a lot of help defense, and that's kind of giving some opportunities on the outside. Maybe get those perimeter defenders a little more active, and obviously covering that counterattack. So Kel's got some big, fast guys, so anticipation is going to be your best friend on that one.
Claire Liddy, the Salinas coach, she played high school ball at Aptos and played in college at Santa Clara. She's still a pretty strong player, plays Masters from time to time. I've tried to guard her before, and it's also kind of silly.
Yeah, and I get out and play Masters myself with Russell and Trevor over there, and they're great players to play with. It's always nice to play with some good, strong players that can help you set you up, make things easy for you.
Nick Clark wins his second sprint out of 3. Coleman Stewart with the ball. Net.
Oh, and an ejection on
already.
number 3, Aiden Howard.
Now, Nat Hunsdorfer was not setting up in the hole. He was playing on the perimeter. That's a change of strategy that I was talking about, I'm guessing.
And that's Aiden's third, so he's done for the day. We'll see if that affects Soquel's strategy here.
Not in. Missed the goal. Is he coming back in or not?
No, that's the red flag. That's his third for the day.
They caught it. Sometimes that's something that's hard for the officials and scoring bench to remember to pay attention to. Soquel with the ball. Now one of the fears is that somebody player gets into the 2 ahead of the ball. Somebody takes the ball away. I think that's Chad Primo with the ball. Cross-court pass to Kenny Ellis. Oh, excuse me. Kenny Ellis has the ball now. Nate Hunsdorfer with the ball. Not playing the whole set again.
Good help by Ivan Silva there.
Victim of the shot clock. They lost the ball. Turn over to Soquel.
Good protection of the ball there by Sam.
Changing position with Hunsdorfer. Has you out of position at the moment.
Tipped by the goalie, 2-meter new shot clock.
When the goalie tips it out, it's the other team's ball. When the field player tips it out, it's his ball. Score 7-3 early in the third quarter. Soquel versus Soquel out in front of Salinas. Salinas are 2 underdogs. Nice goal by
Jack Picard, number 7. He's one of the better lefties out there in CCS, so you give him that much time with that many fakes, and probably not going to be the best decision.
No, that's his first goal of the game, oddly enough.
Yeah, well, you see, again, that's where a lot of these other guys are getting their shots, is you watch anytime Jack hits that ball, how many white caps are flying towards him.
It's 8-3 Soquel. Too early to write Salinas off, but they definitely have an uphill climb. And by this time of the game, the pool starts feeling like it's a little uphill. That was cool. I'm a little surprised there wasn't a foul that time because there's got a little splashy in there, but I'd have to defer to the excellent officials we have today.
Yeah, these are 2 of the best we have on the game today. Both Matt and Gary do a great job of officiating. Keep the game under control, make it consistent. Things are clear. It's good to see them bring the best for the championship game here.
Yeah, I often find myself arguing with the refs, but not when the refs of this quality are in there. Somebody's out of the game.
Looks like Max Sample ejected there.
Looks like it's a timeout as well.
Yeah, not a bad use of the timeout here. This is a crucial chance to start digging back in here. You got some ejections going, get a little momentum built out of it.
Claire Limmy's a little upset with her team for missing some opportunities.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see here now that Aiden Howard is out on his 3rd ejection. He's their go-to hold D, does a great job in there. So it'll be interesting to see if Matt Hunsdorfer starts getting on a little more, starts going back into set.
Well, now will the coach recognize that? That's kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably.
it seemed to be that might have been why they were pulling him out of there. But now that he's on 3, we'll see if strategy changes.
Yeah, it seems like you definitely want to put him back in. Who would take the defensive spot, do you think?
That's a great question. I was just trying to think of that in my head. They got certainly some people that are capable of it, but you like to have a guy that specializes in it, and that's something that Aiden definitely does well, is specializes in that position. So it'll be interesting to see what Trevor and Russell decide to do here.
When I played, I specialized in the whole defense, and part of what it was usually guarding a nice, big, strong guy, and I would generally kind of hold on and let him keep me up with his legs.
Tire him out a little bit. That's what you got to do. Those big guys is tire him out as much as you can, make it as easy on yourself, and then swim them. That's usually the idea.
I don't mean to make it sound like I was a real water polo player. I was certainly a pretender, but it's a game that sticks with you. It's a game that it didn't used to be. It used to be you finish high school or college, now you're done with it. But now it's become an age group sport, and people can play on to their 60s and 70s.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy to see the growth since I was in high school too. You know, it wasn't that long ago that I was playing Junior Olympics, and to go back and coach it now, and how many teams are playing, and how many kids there are, it's great to see.
And it's a growing sport. There's high schools are adding teams. Pacific Grove High School is going to add a team next year. They have a new pool coming, but Christopher, it's a growing sport.
And that's great to see, because it's a great one for kids to learn how to become adults from it. Really test your emotions, test your skills, and the fitness is certainly there as well.
So Hunsdorfer's back in the set.
We got an ejection over there on Call Boothman.
Is that an objection? 2 players are out.
Yeah,
briefly.
So they're going to really want to convert this right here and take advantage.
They need to convert the.
Another 2 near misses.
2 near misses.
So both Soquel players checking back in here.
Coach Lenny, he's sitting down. She can't look at the pool. She was turning around. It's rare to have two ejections at the same time. Soquel's up 8-3. 3 minutes left in the quarter.
Ivan Silva.
Third quarter, which should be a steal.
Too much help there. It's hard to get a foul when you got a lot of helping defenders and you still pass it in. Uh-oh, bounce off the head. Cole Dudley recognized.
That could have been a bad break for Salinas. Nick Clark's
Little inside move.
turn his player.
Yep, he earns that advantage. The player goes for it. That's going to be an ejection.
I don't know. Do you agree with that call?
Well, you know, if you don't slide your hips as the defender's moving, if you just continue to play with your hands, the refs never like to see that. They want to see you maintain your position towards the cage. That hip positioning is huge on how they call those. If you allow your hips to get even with the defender or behind, you can be in a spot to get ejected, definitely.
So Salinas with another man-up situation. They're pretty desperate to make something of this.
Oh, off the field block, dribbles in.
Nice tip by Soquel, but the ball muscled in anyway. Who shot that?
And I think that was Hunsdorfer again. Big fella.
Nice shot by Nat. The couple of top players for Soquel, I think, are juniors, and a couple of top players for Salinas are a junior and a sophomore. So both teams have a pretty good core for
this
next
might
year.
not be the last battle we see between these guys, huh?
Nope. And Soquel, Salinas has a lot of good youngsters coming up. How's Soquel's JV team?
Soquel's JV team is really strong. They actually moved a couple guys up. You see here over on the bench. They got Charlie Bailey and Kalani, and they got a few guys that are going to be ready to go for sure.
Beautiful shot by the lefty.
Calais. It's Calais Boothman.
With a 9-4. It's not quite insurmountable, but did not place any quick bets on Salinas. They don't look tired. Everybody looks pretty energetic. Salinas has been doing some substituting, so they're staying pretty fresh. Hunsdorfer with the ball in an unfamiliar position out on the perimeter. Kenny Ellis with the ball. They kind of know where to go. Maybe a lob shot. Nope.
Good steal. Look up, look up.
Yet another steal.
Doesn't let go of the ball. He's getting no foul. Keep going. Oh, they got the foul. Now Soquel is going to be up. If he can get that ball up there quickly, they got a good counterattack set up.
Soquel's got a 3-on-1 situation.
Cole Dudley by himself. Let's see if he can put it away. Good fakes. Right over the top. Good shot, Cole.
10-4, Soquel. Minute 55 left in the third quarter. The game's a little lower scoring than I would have expected. The previous games, again, I think it was about a 20-10 and 18-8 margin for Soquel over Salinas.
Yeah, sometimes you get those championship games that everybody's kind of got their jitters about them, anxious to score, and then things kind of settle down after those first few minutes.
Kenny Ellis has got a pretty good skip shot. This might be a good time for actually take it.
A little miscommunication there.
He's out.
Oh, mess with the ball and the player's foul. Can't do that.
Colin Stewart ejected for messing with the free throw. After you've been fouled, you get 5 seconds to throw it kind of unmolested.
And Trevor opts to use his timeout rather than, when you get that backcourt ejection, it's a long time to swim to set up when you only get 20 seconds of that man up. Sometimes it's worth it to take that timeout and go get it all set up.
Smart move. Ten to 4, Soquel. A minute 40 left. Is Claire Lemmy have any tricks up her sleeve?
Yeah, it'd be nice to see him put together a little run here and start to climb back in this with a little momentum,
Assistant coach for Salinas is Tom Carroll. He also coaches their one of the JV teams. He's a history teacher at Salinas High. Strong Masters player. As I look around the pool, I probably know half the people here, and I don't know that many people in town.
Looks like the Soquel girls game is finished up, so we got some of them on deck, as well as the Soquel girls coach over there, Ryan Schappetti, who's actually the brother of the referee, Matt Schappetti, over there.
The Soquel girls were playing Santa Catalina for the championship in the upper division. I don't see any indications yet of who won. Have you heard?
I have not heard, but judging on some of those results, I would tip Soquel on that one if I had to guess.
Yeah, Soquel's the favorite. The Santa Catalina's had the best season they've ever had, even though they've got 2 or 3 girls who had not played water polo before this year. who are starters. Soquel's working around.
Yeah, and Coach Mort over there does a whole lot to help this league out staying organized. And little skip shot that caught a wake over the cage there by Jack Picard, but trying to make up for it by hustling back on some defense here.
Jackson Thompson with the ball.
Oh, good pass. Just a little off the mark.
Oh,
good awareness by the goalie to come out there.
I don't know. The protester in me might say that looked a lot like a foul, like they're claiming it was back, but that could be just my partisanship too.
Yeah, you know, they ride a lot on ball control. That sticks into his hand. I think he gets that one, but dribbles out, it goes anybody's, I think. Oh, great defense on that one.
Beautiful steal by Kenny Ellis. But Soquel is a good swimming team. There's often would result in a fast break for Salinas, but it didn't this time. Another ejection for Soquel, and it's his third. He'll be out. I don't know which player it is.
That was Jack Picard on the ejection.
So Soquel's down two of their better players. Could be quite a break for Salinas, but they've got quite a deficit to make up.
Oh, and just rises it a little bit on that shot.
Tough shot by Coleman Stewart. Later in the game, people get a little tired, and they tend to shoot not from their backs, which...
Yeah, you'll notice that legs motion doesn't quite last as long, that if you start losing it and you're heading down as you take that shot, it's going to rise on you every time. Driving ball side, feeds it into Silva. Working, kicks it out.
Good defensive help by Salinas.
Very good defensive help. And opts to dump it just to be able to be covered on defense here.
So that's about the first time that they've been in a position of having to dump it. Sort of a little bit tantamount to a punt in football. Oh, nice.
Nearly tipped away.
Nice shot by
number 7 there.
Jackson. Well, I think we'll... Oh, no, it's not a quarter, is it?
That'll be the third quarter break.
Oh, okay, third quarter break. So we are going to take a little time out here and let you go get some snacks, and we'll be back in a minute. Back in action in the fourth quarter. This is Royal Calkins and Joel McCowan. So you're joining Soquel playing Salinas for the championship of the NBL.
So we got a big opportunity for Salinas here in this quarter, that now with Aiden Howard and Jack Picard, two of their top players out on 3 ejections. We'll see what they can do with that.
It means that they each committed 3 significant fouls, and after you've done 3 big fouls, you don't get to come back in the game. So the drama now is can Salinas take advantage of it? Salinas has been struggling to score.
Great backhand.
Great backhand by Nat Hansdorfer. One of the players that was ejected for Soquel was their kind of the defensive, their whole set defender, the person who specializes in guarding the center of the Salinas offense.
Yeah, looks like we see that coming into play right there.
So they had Nat Hansdorfer from Salinas had started the game playing in the whole set, but wasn't doing much. So they moved him out in the third quarter. Him on the perimeter trying to change their strategy, and now with the defender out, they're going to try. It looks like they're going to try to force it back in again. Nice save by Salinas goalie Zach Way. I want to remind people of the sponsors here. This is the Monterey Herald. I'm with the Monterey Herald. We're sponsoring this game along with the Media Center for Art, Education, and Technology. They're the film crew, and our financial sponsors are Otter Bay Water Polo and Legacy Water Polo, the 2 amateur water polo organizations on the peninsula. 2 seconds left on the shot clock.
Lob shot over the cage.
Very nice attempted lob shot by Jackson Thompson, one of the stars of the Salinas squad, one of the leading scorers. Time is now the enemy of Salinas. With Soquel up 10-5.
Yeah, they should be looking to rush the ball here a little bit. They're going to need to make these possessions as short as possible for Soquel. 5-meter call.
Boy. Once again, I didn't have the angle, and I'm a lot further away. And by the time I get a chance to argue with the ref, he'll have forgotten that play.
Takes it away on a good hard skip.
And who's that player?
That's Max Sample.
Max Sample. They need to get him ejected. Quick.
So yeah, with Jack Ricard, their typical leading scorer, out, that leaves Max to kind of take the bulk of the offensive load here.
So it makes this 11-5 Soquel. No, Salinas doesn't want to give up yet. Offense seems a little confused.
Oh, doesn't see the ball. Chasing the goalkeeper.
Out of bounds.
Gets a new shot clock. Good decision.
Salinas ball, new shot clock. It was out of bounds on Soquel. Salinas obviously just is kind of confused on offense. They're not quite sure what they're doing. They haven't had many opportunities in a while.
Big Nat seems to be doing pretty well in there. I'd be looking to get him that ball with some space. So the ejection off the pick there, holding the driver.
So an opportunity for Salinas to narrow the gap a little bit. They don't have a left-hander, unfortunately. You really want to have a left-hander on the right side of the goal. There's a goal. Nicely done by Hunsdorfer. A nice pass from Jackson Thompson. Very well played.
Yeah, and he seems to be pretty hungry in there. I'd be looking to feed him the ball more and more for this game. 4.5 minutes left. That's
you
not
can score
undoable for 5 goals.
You can score a little there.
But you're going to need to push the pace a little bit.
You can't wait for it.
Oh, good steal.
Incredible steal by Nate Hunsdorfer. They're holding him, but they're not going to call it yet. There's Jackson Thompson. He's going to have to foul over. He's going to score.
Good way to wait for that. That little bit of hesitation.
Closes the gap. Beautiful shot by Jackson Thompson. His parents are sitting right next to me and they're quite happy.
So yeah, with 4 minutes left, we can see him build back into this.
All Salinas needs to do is get a few more people kicked out.
Yeah,
maybe Soquel run out of players.
Defense is mandatory at this point. You got to stop goals.
Soquel does have a small team. Numbers-wise, what do they?
Yeah,
they have like 3.
A lot of those guys you see sitting up there are brought up from JV. So
yeah, there's looks like there's only 3 or 4 subs who are eligible.
Oh, here goes Big Nat.
There's another opportunity. Oh! Skip shot, jumped off the goalie, so the Salinas gets the ball back, but another blown opportunity. There's 4 or 5 just very serious, excellent opportunities that Salinas has not been able to capitalize on.
Yeah, to be stopping a top varsity player on a one-on-nobody in your second year of water polo, first half of the season in the cage, that's props to Sam on that one.
Yeah, Sam Walters. You can tell Salinas is a little energized.
Oh, ball under.
Ball under on Hunsdorfer. When you take the ball under, even if the defending player pushes the ball down, if your hand's on the ball, you lose it. Salinas make little runs, 11-7.
Yeah, I'd be looking for maybe some press to steal here, as they call it in water polo, where you're looking to push everybody out, trying to steal that ball. Looks like they're even sending some people early, so kind of desperation mode almost here, looking for whatever they can to get some offensive advantage. 6
seconds on the shot clock. Soquel
gets that ball up. Oh, brand new shot clock.
Brand new shot clock for Soquel. So it was a great, interesting strategy by Salinas, and probably a very effective one. Could have worked, but
yeah, it's tough. That's a great strategy. They played good, solid series of defense, and then deflection right there at the end. That's a heartbreaker.
What Salinas did there was just sort of start the fast break without the ball, figuring they're going to get the ball in a minute, try to create a man-up situation. Smart play at this point in the game, where the clock is really against Salinas.
Got Andrew Breeden here with the ball. Shot, block.
Stop by Zach Way.
Get something off here.
There's 2:43 left in the game.
Got a break. They got some numbers here. If they look around.
Salinas down by 4. They got a breaker. He doesn't see, hasn't spotted him yet.
Sneaky little steal by Max Stompel.
Great steal.
Trevor asking him to slow it down a little bit. Sometimes these guys are high school kids. They can still get pretty excited out here. Now you got to start chasing everywhere. This is where it really becomes tiring, and you got to be jumping back and forth between multiple guys.
Yeah, so Soquel's going to try to wind the clock down. They're not really nervous exactly, but they don't want to have the game stolen from them at the last minute. Yeah, shot clock. Salinas gets back on the shot clock. 2 minutes and 2 seconds left. Salinas down by 4.
Oh, nice inside turn. No reward. Up to the big guy. Oh.
Another beautiful pass by Jackson and a nice attempt by Nat Hunsdorf, but just rolled off his fingers and went out of bounds. So back to Soquel.
So you're going to see him holding the ball. Oh, underwater. I don't know if he sees it.
The old underwater play, Statue of Liberty play of water polo.
Yeah, you're going to need to rush this ball anywhere you can.
Yeah, they can't let them just waste the shot clock. They're doing a nice job of aggressive defense.
They are. That's
They
good team
almost
defense right there. See if you can get something out of this. Need quick ones.
minute 30.
Oh, a bad pass.
I'd say Soquel now has this one. There's not enough time left. .20 seconds left on the shot clock. Just over a minute left in the game. Soquel is going to go on to be the champion of the NBL upper division for about the 9,000th year in a row. It's been quite a dynasty. Another attempt to Hunsdorf for beautiful shot. Ball under.
Great play. Catches it with his left hand, tips it to himself.
He's kicking him. He's doing a ball. He did the ball under. They didn't call.
Yeah, and I think, this legacy you see from Soquel. Oh, little steal here.
Great steal by Chad Primo.
Ball. Can't get it into the big guy or something here. Good goal. Oh, offensive and set. But yeah, I think that that legacy you see from Soquel is still very much credited to Marcelo's legacy. That's
sure.
Not discrediting what these coaches have done. These coaches have both done a great job over here at Soquel, but Marcelo still worked a lot with these kids in the offseason and has sculpted some of these guys for a couple of years before this.
Yeah, it's not just the good water in Soquel. It's the coaching. And coaches that are willing to work it year round. 12 seconds left in the game. Soquel's going to go on to win this 11-7 or possibly 11-8. But
let's see if they can't get a feel-good one at the end here.
Jackson Thompson with the ball. He's going to go for the shot. Nice tip by Soquel. Soquel gets the ball back with 5 seconds left. Well, I think we can wrap this one up. Joel, it's been a pleasure. You've done a great job.
Yeah, I appreciate being here.
Especially with no
sport of water polo, and love to support all these guys, of any team, and love to see high school kids playing this game more and more.
That's what we're here for. Once again, this is Will Calkins, the Monterey Herald, signing off with our partners, the Media Center for Art and Education, Art Education and Technology. I want to thank our sponsors, Otter Bay Water Polo and Legacy Water Polo. We do a wonderful job of developing water polo on the Monterey Peninsula. Monterey Peninsula has always been kind of a backwater of water polo, and not quite in the same league as San Jose, the Bay Area, East Bay, Orange County, but it's coming on strong. We've got some good coaching, a lot more players playing in the past years, and we don't have to really hang our heads in shame anymore. Now what happens is Soquel and Salinas and Carmel will advance to the CCS tournament. Soquel has done well in past years in it. Salinas about 5 years ago came in second. It was a great year, but it's coming on strong. I want to thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.